Let's go. Welcome back. Saturday night. Hope you're lovely. Saturday nights. Ooh, we have a King's Gambit. I've got a chessboard. Back to standard chess. One is playing the King's Gambit. I love playing the Falkbeer counter gambit. It looks like this. Let's go. Get a few pre-moves in here. It's always a safe pre-move to castle, because if they do check you, it just doesn't work. And here, and here. Let's go. So, we're in the middle game now. This doubled F pawn, but a pawn majority on the king side. Opponent has this compromised diagonal. Oops, this compromised diagonal. But some very nice pieces. Center is mostly open. Just have this one D pawn. Should be pretty exciting. Knight comes in. Where's this knight going? I could ask the knight to leave right away. We'll very likely do that. Yeah, let's go. Knight coming here? Is this the idea? Knight's coming here. But can't I? You can't kick right away because then you dispel the plans by knight takes here. And then this gets weak too. Instead of all that, been known to say, I'm gonna put the knight here, or the queen here. The idea of bringing a rook to the d file, and then the queen's gonna maybe come here. Okay, opponent just ignores all that, doesn't want any of that foolishness, and grabs. I'm gonna take this way, so this is still an option. Okay, pre-moving here, knight takes, bishop takes. So my opponent with white pieces has elected to trade off two minor pieces now, if they take here. Getting that pre-move in. I think King's Gambit players don't often see Falkbeer counter Gambit. I think they just usually see people accepting the King's Gambit. And so I do have a lot of good results playing Falkbeer counter Gambit against the King's Gambit. This isn't, oh, I was going to say this is isolated pawn, but it's not. I'm going to bring the rook. Yeah, because this and this. Opponent sees all that. Centralizing the queen. We may repeat moves in this way. Nope. Okay, where am I going? Just here. Okay, bring this rook to an open file. Yeah, here, always be careful. May bring the rook over. But if that is the case, I'll take. Then bring this rook here. Then we get lots more trades. When it doesn't go for that, this could be a weak pawn. Queen is defending now, though. If they here going for even more simplifications. Or is there some way to activate this rook? And then double rooks? No, just double rooks. Oh, but then there's this. Don't like this. If I double the rooks. What if I go with this idea? Bring in the rook here. No, just going for more simplifications. Pre-moving here. Bishop takes, bishop takes. Yeah, here going after the bishop. Rook defends the knights. position isn't as fiery as usually this Falkbeer counter Gambit gets. Falkbeer usually gets like open and pieces fly off the board. Here, this is pretty sound now, but my opponent does have this scary pass pawns. Or this one pass pawn. I think I have to bring the queen here, going after the... Yeah, queen... Oops, sorry. Queen here. And then rook here. And collect the pawn. It's the passive move. You're already behind a closed file, and you move to another closed file. I see what it does. It defends a pawn, but I'm not attacking this pawn. Now I'm hitting this twice. I'm threatening to even play this. We have both have dark square bishops. We both have 6 pawns. But this pawn should fall. And then my opponent will have the majority on the queen side here. I'll have the majority on the king side. Can I just grab here? Yeah, there's no check here. There is a check here, but king comes here. Queen defends here. So collecting the pawn. Time is even. Okay. Now I have my king on the light square. Opponent has a dark square bishop. I'm looking to just plant both of my rooks on the 7th rank. In chess, sometimes 2 rooks on the 7th are referred to as 2 pigs on the 7th, because pigs eat everything, and these rooks will just eat everything. I think I'm okay with... actually, bishop takes, rook takes. Is that misplacing the rook? I think I'm just going to drop a rook on the 7th first. Yeah, and pre-move here. Bishop takes, king takes. Now this rook's coming here. Opponent grabs a pawn. But yeah, 2 pigs on the 7th. How do you stop them? Well, for the moment, the queen does defend, but I will be very happy to exchange both these rooks for the queen and the pawn. But is there an improving move before all that? Well, there isn't this check now. Opponent takes care of that, but yeah, I'm going to go for this. Check, pre-moving here. This check here, and I'm going to start to pick up these pawns. And my king is quite safe. Yeah, let's go. But opponent has a scary pass pawn all of a sudden. So I have to throw in this check. I think I have to blockade. This is actually a bit of an annoyance. I'm going to blockade. And I'm going to start my own pawn storm on this side. Yeah, I have to watch out when the king and the rook are here. Probably see a rook come here. Very clear idea. I'll push this pawn. That's the same idea. But now this queen comes in. Check him if you got him. This is a check here. Okay, the rooks aren't connected. This goes after the pawn and the rook. But is there something better? Like just pushing the pawn. Yeah, just pushing the pawn is better, because then I have a check here, I have a check here. Let's go. Here, I have a check here. I lose the pawn, but I grab the rook. Let's go. Now I'm not worried about this pass pawn. I just continue with this attack. "15 seconds. Check him if you got him. "9 seconds. Yeah, you can't push the pawn. Check. Check. Going off this pawn. Check. Queen's coming here. But first this check. Then this check. Pushing this. Let's go. Even if you promote here. These pawns are winning. Let's go. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Cheers.